Okay, this is going to be a quick little tutorial that you can view at your own time. And in it, I'm just going to show you just some of the basics of editing a space and some of the powerful tools that Matterport has for your tour. So we're going to pick a tour here. I think one of the better ones I'd like to pick because there's more substantial content in it is the Amenity Center. So I'm going to go down here and click on the Amenity Center. Alright, from this point here, there's a couple things that I want to note is just so that you know what you're looking at here at this page. Alright, so at the top it should have your account name. Here, this is ability to invite collaborators. Here is a shareable link. This is actually what makes your link or your tour public. Prior to unlocking this, it would be considered private, in which case, if we were to make it private, we would go here, we put private, and then this way the link is no longer shareable. You can only see it within this environment, the Matterport environment. So we'll talk about that some more here in a bit. But let's go into what you would normally see when you open up your space. Here we'll go, we have these 4 categories here. We're going to go through all the categories here. Right now we're in the media category, and as you can see, right in the beginning, highlighted in red, is the showcase. So this is basically the primary tour. There's other things that you might want to access, such as photos. And these are photos that are populated from the tour that Matterport makes available. Here's a great way to share this with a collaborator, and they can in turn determine if this is a good photo or a bad photo. And they can go, do you like this photo? Yes. You can scroll through some more, see if this is a photo you like. You like this photo? Yes. Or you can hit no. Or you can go wrong position or angle, wrong label. These are all things that you can communicate to the editor of your space. Okay. Let's go to figure out how can we get the photos to either our computer or our cell phones. So that's an easy one here. You can either select all photos by selecting the button here at the very top, and that'll select all of them, as you can see. Alright, the only thing it doesn't select is the thumbnail right here. You can share this thumbnail, or it can end up being used for a video, or it can end up being used as the front cover for a website. So it's available to use if you need it. Okay? So if we just want to share, like let's say we want to pick, what's a good photo here? Let's pick this one. Let's open this photo and take a look at it here. Okay. So we just want to share this photo. We like this photo. There's a couple things we can do with this here. At the very top it says set a start location. That's basically where your tour is going to start. And you can start your tour anywhere. You can start in the middle of the room. You can start at the front door. However you like. Here is to completely trash this photo if you don't like this photo. And here is to download the snapshot. So to download the snapshot, you would click on the arrow, and it should download immediately to your browser or wherever your downloads folder is. And then you should be able to open that. And I'm going to move this over here so you can see. And now I can open the photo and I can see the photo on my screen. Okay, so there's that option here. Also, if you want all the photos, you would select all, or you can just individually select ones that you like. or want if it's multiple photos here. But for the purposes of this, we're just going to select all. Then you would hit the download arrow again, and it's going to ask you, select the size for your 13 snapshots. You will receive an email, and the email is going to be your email, not mine, because you are a collaborator on here, when your download is ready. Okay? So there's 3 options we can choose here. We can choose a presentation size here in the middle, which you can see is 1920 by 1080px or pixels, or we can choose a web size. Web is going to be typically easier to upload to any website, whether it be your own website or an additional website, or if you just want to send it to another phone, or just email it to somebody else. However, maximum pixel size is going to be the size that you may need if you want to edit the photo further. Alright, so if we're not editing the photo, we don't really need to choose the maximum pixels. We can just choose the web, and then you hit accept. And you see at the top here, we're generating a zip file for you now. You'll receive an email once the file is generated. It usually takes about a minute. You'll receive an email. It'll go straight to your email that you signed up with. And once you receive that email, you'll open up the email, and there will be, we'll go ahead and open it up so you can see here. Okay, so here it is. Amenity Center snapshots are ready. And then you're going to go get my snapshots. And then right here you see it immediately downloaded down here. And then of course we can show in folder here, and it's a zipped file. So we'll extract that file and use whatever extracting program you have here, and then it opens up and you have all of the photos here, and they are all sized. We can open up the properties here to a lower kilobit size appropriate for web sharing or email sharing. And I can open that up, and you can see what that looks like there. Okay. Alright, so we'll close that. And we'll go back here to our space. Alright, so that's how you get photos from here. The same is going to work for videos. Same thing. You're going to hit the download button. It's going to download immediately to your download center. We open here, and then now you have the video available to you on your device. Okay? Alright, and that's for any of the videos here as well, or the GIF, which also creates a GIF here. Floor plan. Okay, so you can download a floor plan, or you can purchase a floor plan. Since this is my account, I'd like you to do that through me, but if you need a floor plan, basically they can create a schematic for you if you need one. And that is about $15 for each schematic. Matter Pack isn't something that we're going to use, but is there if you want to explore and see what that's about, right? So we'll go back to Showcase, and we're going to go over, and we're going to just move over to the next category, which is Details. Details. These are things that show up about your tour. Either they're going to show up publicly about your tour, or privately. That might be information that you might need to keep up with your tour. Alright, so one of the things we might want to add in your tour is you might want to add an address. So we can put in the address. And there you are right there, and it can be the address of your property. Down below, we have the internal ID, which is going to be something that I'm going to assign to every tour that we do, and that's typically our invoice number. Here you can choose an MLS listing ID if you have one, an MLS name if you have one, and a description that you would like to add here. So this could be, the description for this could be Amenity Center, which is very similar to the name. So I'm just going to copy that and paste that right here. Amenity Center with fitness and internet room. Okay, that's one idea for the description. You can choose whatever description that you would like to use. Down here, I usually leave these on default. Allow social sharing. I usually leave that on default because that's something that either you'd want your, let's say you send it out to a client and you want that client to send it out to their friends or whomever they wanted to send it out to. Maybe they want to send it out to their realtor. That's one option here, is to allow social sharing. You can disable that, which means once you share it, they're not able to share it past that. All right, then there is VR sharing, which I just leave on default. Most people aren't using a VR, but if someone does have that particular device or they would like to see the space in VR, then that option is available for them as well. Here we can show the visibility of the full address, or we can limit what we see to just a city, state, and postal code. These are all things that might be necessary for SEO as far as how much visibility you want your tours to have on the web. Here's an internal summary we can make about this space, and that could be very similar to the description down here. So I'm just going to copy this and place this right here. Okay. And then that takes care of all the details. And usually the other details are added here by me, just who created the tour, information about how they can have a tour created themselves, and there's some contact information there that is usually listed with every tour. Alright, so next here we have statistics. This is something you might want to revisit on a regular basis once you post it on your website. How often is your tour being seen? How many times are people visiting your website or using your tour? So you'll have some analytics here that you can go by, and it will do a lifetime, it will do 7 days, it will do a 30-day period and a 90-day period, all of which you can use to analyze how useful your tours are online. This is another option. Included with my subscription is the ability to publish these to either Google Street or Realtor.com or HomeAway. That's up to you. I don't have these on default, so you would have to go ahead and publish them yourself, and you're welcome to do that. All right, so let's go back to media here, and we're going to get into the portion of the editing.